The silent collapse. Why your disconnection from life is killing you. In the silence you scroll, in the emptiness you pretend you don't feel, there's a collapse happening inside you. A math equation as precise as gravity, as inevitable as orbit decay, and you know it. The further you drift from life, the faster you accelerate toward nothing, because disconnection is not random. It is cause and effect, a formula that eats men alive, and every second you let it pass without a fight, you step closer to the black hole of wasted existence. Imagine Alex, the man who once believed happiness was waiting just beyond the next paycheck, the next weekend, the next like on his feed. But Coach James saw him fading, eyes dimmed, shoulders slouched, and said, "You are not living, you are ghosting your own life," and that rupture cut because it was true. And this is where most men fold, becoming scrolls, drifting in quiet misery, disconnected from purpose, disconnected from brotherhood, pretending survival is life when the math proves otherwise. Cause equals sign, endless scrolling, numbing out, avoiding connection. Effect equals sign, brain rewires for passivity, motivation decays, opportunities pass, relationships rot, future shrinks. Every variable feeds the next like a chain reaction until the probability of breaking free collapses to near zero, like a rocket with no fuel doomed to fall back to Earth. But centurions see the proof and act, because inevitability cuts both ways. Disconnection equals decay, connection equals ascent, and you can choose the equation. So James forced Alex to write it in his notebook. Distraction, disconnection, decay versus awareness, action, ascension. And when Alex stared at that formula, he realized happiness was not an emotion floating around waiting to be caught. It was the sum of his actions, proof like 2 + 2 = 4, undeniable. And that night, instead of scrolling, he called a brother, showed up at training, reconnected with sweat and pain, and the effect was instant, small but real, because the universe doesn't cheat the man who obeys its math, because right effect follows. And you, reading this, you know the cost of disconnection already. It steals your mornings, it steals your women, it steals your money, it steals your soul, and the algorithm of life doesn't negotiate, it just tallies. If cause equals drift, then effect equals death in life. But if cause equals deliberate connection to brotherhood, to body, to purpose, then effect equals inevitable rise. And this isn't philosophy, it's proof like gravity. Deny it all you want, but you're already orbiting decay unless you fight. That's why scrolls die in silence, disconnected, convincing themselves they're fine, while centurions bleed, sweat, connect, and rise, and this ghost drop tears the mask off your lie. You are disconnected, you are collapsing unless you take action now, because no one drifts into happiness. No one stumbles into joy. It is engineered, built, calculated, and obeys the law of cause and effect. And Alex's story is yours, because when he chose reconnection, calling James, showing up, opening his notebook, facing his brothers, the feedback loop flipped, the math inverted, decay slowed, momentum built, proof multiplied, and by week's end he was alive again. Small steps but real, because connection, momentum, meaning is as inevitable as decay, but only for men who choose it. So listen. You will either remain a scroll drifting in algorithmic numbness, dying without even the dignity of resistance, or you will become centurion, reconnected, alive, proving with every step that happiness is not luck but law, not chance but calculation. And the equation is waiting for your input. What variable will you choose right now? Man up, join OLP 365, or keep ghosting your life until nothing remains. This is not advice, it is inevitability. And when James told Alex, every cause you input today creates tomorrow's effect, he wasn't being poetic, he was being mathematical, and Alex finally believed, because his own life was the proof. His notebook became his equation sheet, every action a number, every connection a variable, and the law delivered results. Discipline brought energy, connection brought meaning, purpose brought happiness, the orbit reversed. Centurions write their math daily, scrolls ignore it until collapse. Which are you? Do not lie, your actions prove your answer. Join OLP 365. Or keep pretending the silence is strength until it leaves you with nothing.